Mr. Uday Nadiwat. Mr. Uday Sir is currently an entrepreneur who is the founder of a successful startup called VFatch, which has patents and deals in products making people's life better. Mr. Uday has won the prestigious CII Award for Product Innovation as well as the Coca-Cola Sustainable Enterprise Award. Uday is an engineer, an MBA, and has spent about 20 plus years in the corporate sector working for organizations like GE, Delphi, and Tata Motors, amongst many others. We welcome you there, sir. Please enlighten us.
Yeah, very good evening to everybody on Mentor Method. This is Uday here, and we'll be happy to share my thoughts with all of you. Yeah, you're able to hear me clear, loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and is the visuals also good? Is the visuals also good?
Yes, sir.
Video, okay, fantastic. So today I primarily want to cover certain principles on leadership, especially for the next gen. So, and the coming 10, 20 years. So there will be some changes in how the things will be moving in the next couple of years in the future. And I'll spend some time on what really it takes to be a leader in the coming times. So we can go ahead. Yeah, and here a couple of things. First thing, between leadership is leadership is all about having a vision for yourself. Leadership is about vision. So when you say you are a leader or you want to be a leader, the first thing that really comes is uh, the vision part of it. Where do you want to drive yourself? Where do you want to drive your organization if you are into your own self-employment or business, or if you are working in any company? What is the company's vision? And you should know that vision clearly so that it will really help you in your career growth. So leadership has been always about vision, and it will continue to be about vision. But there are certain paradigm shifts that are happening, which I'll cover in the subsequent slides. Yeah, very important thing when it comes about leadership. As I shared with you, it's first is you set up a blueprint of where you want to go or where you want to take the company, right? So after you have set the vision in place, the second thing is we have to set this with we being our own example, right? So it's not about telling people do this or do that. We actually have to make our hands dirty and actually show them how to do it. Whenever we are doing something new, it's not going to be easy. So we have to make our hands dirty and actually guide and lead people rather than just tell people how to do. And very important thing before we can you go to the previous slide? Yeah. So second thing is also about, do your followers look up to you? Okay. So if you are leading, one primary criteria is, are you having followers who are looking up to you? And if they are looking up to you, it means that you are capable of leading. So it requires a good amount of knowledge. It requires a good amount of action to do that, right? Are you also living by values? Are you living by values like hard work is a value, smartness is a value, ethics are values? So we'll cover some of these values at a later point. But whatever you decide are your values in your organization, you should ensure that you actually live by that values. One very important thing, when you want to lead by example, leaders have to learn constantly. There is nothing like, you have finished a education. That might be purely from a graduation point of view, but that might be you completed a degree, but you'll never complete your education. So education is an ongoing thing. I keep learning at this age too, and I love that. And I think that should be the thing that every leader should do. He should also lead in terms of integrity and ethics. We'll cover a little bit with some more examples at a later point. And also leadership is also becoming good at particular area in from a domain point of view. It's not only about leading people, it's also being a leader in particular space. Like we know Apple is a good example of leading in a technology space, right? In terms of if you take in terms of petroleum in India, Reliance is a leader. So they are domain leaders. To be a domain leader, you got to be very good in the area of your in your field of area. So leadership is also about being a good domain expert. We can go to the next slide. Yeah, when coming to leadership, it's also important that we develop diversity, diversity, and we do collaboration. I just take certain few points. We should value diversity. Diversity is, it's, if we have an organization which is having same age people or same sex people, that is all males or all females, or if we have people with with a particular geography, I don't think so. That really adds, fun into the whole organization. We should always have diversity in our organization. It brings fun. It brings freedom of work. So if you see the picture on the right side, it's my own organization, and there's a little bit of diversity which you can see. There are people aged 50 to probably 20, 25. There are men and women both. There are people with basic graduation degrees. There are people with post-graduation degrees. There are people from different geographies from India too. So how this really helps in building organization, this diversity brings creativeness, it brings fun, and it also brings different perspectives of building an organization. One very important thing is when you're building diverse teams, you should know what are the team strengths, what are the strengths of every individual, and what are the weaknesses. Put the right person in the right place so that they can really build their careers. So and also understand what are how relationships are developed with people. So there are certain books on how to build relationships and personalities. So do have an understanding about people and personalities to help build diverse teams. You can go a little ahead. Now with things that are changing, we know that technology is becoming a big part of our life. When it comes to leadership, it's very important that we harness the new upcoming technologies that are there. This is useful whether you are working in a company or whether you are running a company. Either of these two cases, technology has become a part of our life, and it's very important that we understand what are the new technologies that are coming in the marketplace. We should have an idea about these things, so we know different technologies. Whether e-commerce requires a particular technology, telecom requires a different technology, video technology is a different technology. So there are so many different technologies which are coming. So we should be aware about what are these technologies, and with these technologies, the marketplace is also changing. So we can't be very still with the previous learnings that we had. We need to constantly update because the market is changing. Things are everything is getting changed very fast. New products are coming to market. So leadership also means that we should understand these technologies. We can't keep away from technology. We should, as a leader, need to have a very crystal ball vision. A crystal ball vision is like seeing through a crystal ball and trying to imagine what could happen in the next 4 years or 5 years. That is leadership crystal ball vision, I would define. So I know there are so many technologies. It's very difficult to gauge what will happen in the next 5 years. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg might not also be able to tell that. But what is leadership? Leadership is all about trying to gauge what could happen in the next 5 years. It is the crystal ball vision, which I would say you've got to gaze into it. You probably have to keep your eye a little closed and try to imagine what could happen in the next 4 or 5 years, given the current technologies which are there. It's also important. It's not very important nowadays to know all the answers. When I was in school, probably most of you, even today, when you are in schools, you were given grades on how much you know about particular thing. You are asked to write answers to questions. So you are graded on how much you know. But everyone today knows that Google has all the answers. So leadership is not about knowing all the answers, but it is knowing what to ask Google. Google is an encyclopedia. So if we know what question if we ask Google, it will give us the answers. So it is very important to know the right questions that will lead the organization and yourself to a brighter future. So it's more important to ask the right questions rather than knowing the right answer. The world of knowing the right answers have gone. Google has everything. So don't try to memorize things and know everything. Everything is in Google. Just try to know what should we ask to Google to lead yourself to a brighter future. And very importantly, do embrace change. I think anyone who says, I don't like technology, will not be able to survive. So we do embrace change, do embrace technology. It is the way in future. Analyze data, use data. Don't say that I don't like data. I don't think so. The world has so much of data today. For us to go in future, we need to really analyze data. Very importantly, try to collaborate and co-create with others. Don't have to be an individual sole runner with your team. I think the world with so much of networking, we as a company, small company in Hyderabad, we get our things done from Bangladesh, from Pakistan, from Romania, from Venezuela. We are based in Hyderabad, but we are co-creating and co-collaborating. We are collaborating with Indian Institute of Chemical Technology. So we don't have to be all by ourselves experts in this new world. We can do it with others. We can co-collaborate and co-create our products and services. So don't have to be a solo company, don't have to be a solo runner, network with people. And one last point before in this technology part is try to be in sync with the ESG, which is like, the environment friendly companies or environment friendly, social friendly and governance friendly. So try to have yourself an understanding of how can your product or service help the environment, help the society and help in good governance. So that is what everyone is looking for in the future. So that was one very important point from a career perspective, if you're working in any companies or you're setting up a company. If you can go a little ahead. Yeah, in terms of leadership position is a very vulnerable position. I don't think so that you can always say that, whatever I do is right. It's a very vulnerable position. We do make mistakes. I do make mistakes. It's a very changing world. It's very difficult to actually say that everything that I am going to do is going to be right. Extremely difficult to be in a world where we say that everything I'm going to do is going to be right. So we are vulnerable with this so much of changing technologies happening. Make a best guess and move fast, because the technology is moving so fast. There are so many companies moving fast, carriers are getting updated. So just keep moving fast. You'll make some mistakes, you may pay fees to some technology tutorials, but that technology might not be useful for you for more than 6 months. But keep moving fast, take some risk and accept mistakes if they happen. So be it. I think leadership is all about making mistakes. It's not that leaders in the previous past never did mistakes. I don't think Gandhiji accepted some mistakes that he did. So there is nothing like saying that, a leader never makes mistakes. It just makes mistakes and he learns from there. And don't be complacent. I think the world has changed totally nowadays. We can't be complacent on particular thing that we have achieved and now we don't have to do anything. No, the world is constantly moving. So you keep moving with that, keep changing, keep transforming your company, keep transforming yourself for a better career. If you can go a little ahead. Yeah, one thing typically nowadays that happens with people and leaders is when we keep changing things, when we have a vision, when we are putting teams together, what naturally happens is the leaders do get a focus. Nothing wrong about getting a focus, but the leaders' focus should be to try to bring change in the organization. The change in the organization or trying to create the reality out of that particular vision. Okay, that is, he should focus on that. During the process, there will be media who will say that these people are trying to build a new India. They are going to say that these people are trying to build a new product that's going to change the world. They are going to tell that this particular person is going to change the way he's leading the organization. So a lot of people start looking at them So don't get defocused and try to get into the fame part of it. Fame will come. I think you should not get focused on fame. Just focus on trying to work on the cause that you are really working on. And social media is a very big distractor for creating fame. We don't think so. We should get digressed by social media fame, which we get, how many likes and followers we are having. That just focus on the change, the cause, and the vision, and all the other things that come. Just let it come. Don't really bother about the fame that you get. So that may come on its way, and that's fine to have, but don't focus on that. One very important thing is, in terms of leadership, is not about just doing yourself. It's not about you, and it's not about your company. It's all about how you also develop others in the process. So as you learn and as you develop your company, as you develop your career, if you're working in any company, it's also important that as you learn certain things, please also share it with others, so that then you feel also happy. It likes little dichotomy that if you know something, if you share something, that guy will come to up to your level, and he will have the same intellectual level like yours. You have that fear in the beginning, but I think you share it and you will see the love of it. When they also start speaking your language, when they have your intellectual, you feel good, you feel great that you have been able to contribute to that other individual. So do that, and I think we will see a better future for ourselves, and we also feel good, happy internally that we have been able to contribute to somebody else too. Yeah, just a quick thing, a lot of people get confused with leadership and probably not and something else. I just want to say that leadership is not about a title. Okay, it's not that if you are a managing director, then only you are a leader. Okay, no, leadership could be even the bottommost person in the organization. Leadership is if he is having a vision for himself from growing from an executive to a senior executive. That's also a vision. If he wants to see himself growing in a 15-year, 20-year period, he wants to start his own company. That's also a vision. So vision and leadership is nothing to do with titles. It is about, sometimes you would have seen in companies that the CEO is there, but there are people who don't really like or follow the CEO, but they might like somebody junior to him. Maybe he's a general manager of a company, but people see that this general manager is talking sense. He's able to take the team together. So that general manager is probably a better leader than the CEO. So never ever get confused with leadership and title. And what really happens in the long term is that general manager eventually will be able to progress better in his career. So that leadership always gets a bigger hand, a better leap as compared to a typical manager. It's all leadership is also not about age. It's not about years of experience. A person, Vivekananda was hardly in his 20s and 30s when he was called a leader because he could lead a religion conference in Chicago, right? So it's all about your vision. It's not about the age. A person with 80 with not having a vision to what he's going to do in the future, how he's going to lead a team, is not a leader. He could be aged 80 years or 70 years, but leadership means vision. Leadership means ability to take people along with you to that particular vision. It's also not about you. It's about how are you able to build your team? Are they able to grow up? Are they able to learn more? Are they able to contribute more? Are they able to actually grow up along with you in terms of building their own teams? It's very importantly, it's all about listening. Okay, it's not about talking. Actually, I wanted this seminar to be a listening kind of a seminar, but for some technology reasons, it could not be a two-way session. But I would really like to take questions and give examples and take examples and then say this is leadership and this is not. But for some technology reasons, it's right now a one-way method. I would really appreciate if you can just put questions at the end of this session, and we will try to do on the chat address some of these questions. It's also not doing it all by yourself. It's all about you taking it together. Okay, 1 + 1 is not 2, 1 + 1 is 11. We know that, and we need to build on that particular concept that don't do everything by yourself. Take the teams with you. It's also not necessary that you should know all the answers. I think I kind of briefed that on the previous point a little more. It's also do not get into demeaning others. We've seen this happening in organizations. Never ever demean others. People have different intellectuals, so don't get into demeaning others. Try to be respectful of their character, respectful of that individual, and try to help them. Okay, and if they require, typically what they require is a training intervention. Train them to develop. In case if they don't train, I think they need to then move on and find a place where they can really do better. And it's also, leadership is not about taking credit, it's about giving credit. If someone does good in the team, I think the team should get the credit. If someone does not good, I think the leader should take the blame. He should say, I think we messed it up. Okay, I messed it up is a better reason, better way to tell it than telling the team messed it up. So leader should take the credit. Leader should take the blame, saying that if something has gone wrong, it's my mistake. If the team has done good, let's say team has done good. Yeah, at the end of the as we come to the close of this 20-25 minutes that we are having, one of the important thing is it's all around the leader's behaviors. How does he behave in front of others? How does he behave in front with himself when nobody else is seeing him? Okay, so there are many instances when we actually have issues where So no one is seeing, so let me have a cup of ice cream, right? Others I tell that I do diet, but if nobody's in house, can I take an ice cream and eat? And so that's a wrong habit of a good person or a good leader. Leadership begins with oneself. Then it goes to others. Leadership is all, behavior is also in terms of integrity. Are you uh, paying money properly to others? Are you paying the right money? Are you respecting others? Those are all the things that behaviors it comes, and it has to be shown in action. You got to show it. You got to show it. If you respect people, show it that you respect people. And it's also about the ethics. Be ethical. Uh, don't mess up. Don't do the wrong things. I think we know certain rules that we live by, so we need to be ethical to some of these principles that we live. So this is leadership is all about action. It is all about the behavior that we are having in ourselves. So it can't be, you can't have two personalities. It is the same personality, whether it's in office, home, or anywhere else. You can't cheat people whether you are at home or office. So you should have the same behavior whether you are alone at home or with the team outside. So your behaviors do more of the talking. And one very important thing is, though you might learn a lot about leadership in seminars as well as in Google and YouTube and all this, but leadership can be learned and can be developed. It is like swimming. It needs to be practiced. You need to know the principles, and you need to practice it. Yeah, it's like swimming. You can't learn swimming by reading a book. You need to jump in the water, make some mistakes. You will drown for a minute or so, and then you'll come to know this is what swimming is. Similarly is leadership. Leadership is also a similar thing. You need to practice some of these things like good ethics, good behaviors, doing the action, having a vision, driving a team. This is the action and the behaviors you should have, and you've got to practice it. It's not going to come in one day. It's going to take some time. It's going to you need to inculcate those good actions and good behaviors in yourself, and over a period of time you will start getting respect from others. You don't have to demand respect. People will start respecting for what behavior you are having and what actions you're doing at every point of time. What are you valuing? They keep observing, others keep observing, and when they start giving you respect, at that point when you feel that yes, I think I'm able to contribute to their life, that is when you have probably become a leader. You're leading people with good values. You're leading people with actions. You're leading people with good behaviors. Can you go? Yeah. One you might have always seen people talking about is there are leaders who are born leaders. We always say that probably there are people who are like born leaders, right? So if you talk about a leader, we come to know about Nelson Mandela as a leader, Gandhiji as a leader, Hitler was also a leader. So many people, we feel that they are born leaders. They can talk, they can communicate, they can lead. We feel that this guy can lead our school, he can lead our college, he can lead our company, he can lead our country, right? So there are some born leaders. God has given some of that personalities to them. But trust me, there are many people, I have seen myself, and probably I am an example of that. They are made leaders. They are made leaders through learning. Leadership can be developed. If leaders are born, leadership can be developed. How can it be developed? Like some of the slides that I covered earlier, you can work on learning through different methods, through different means. You can go to YouTube, you can go to Google, you can go to Mentor Myth, and there are mentors, there are coaches, and they will teach you on these 10, 12 different concepts that I shared with you, from team management to how to have a vision, how to have a technology part of it. So all these things are learnable. So leadership itself is learnable and it can be developed. So it's very important that if you're not a born leader, doesn't matter, but you can develop your leadership qualities in you. With this, I think I will close my session, and you can take forward from here.
Thank you so much, Uday sir. That was really insightful. It helped us a lot. We now